Hello, friend. This is my 1 month rebounding update. And the very first thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you have been watching my videos, cheering me on because I've gotten so much support that I'm so grateful for. And I'm just so excited about the progress that has been happening on this channel. In 1 month's time, over 1,300 of you have said, yes, I'm in for the journey, have subscribed. I am just overwhelmed with so much appreciation for you showing up and being a part of this journey since I launched on May 3rd, 2025. I have read and responded to every single comment and question, and I have so much fun doing it. It's so engaging for me to be having this back and forth conversation with you here on YouTube, and I'm cherishing your encouragement. You have truly made this journey much more meaningful for me. And as requested in the comments, I am sharing everything with you about my journey of bouncing on the rebounder to improve my well-being and to release 100 pounds. So let's start with some of the physical progress. I didn't measure on day one. From 12 days ago to today, June 3rd, I've measured myself and here is the comparison. I have lost a 1/4 inch in my calves and my hips, which makes sense since this is rebounding is mostly my lower body. My thighs, my neck, and my arms all stayed the same. And the biggest reduction was in my waist, where I lost 1/2 inch, and my breasts, where I went down 1 inch. And I'm excited to share this, friend, because that is evidence that things are shifting and my body is responding to these daily workouts on the rebounder. So let's open up from here with one of the comments I got from Sabine69, who writes, I want to know everything about your first month. I just started and did too much. My back. I'd love to hear about slowly starting. And I think that's what's made my channel different is this is my journey and how I have gone slow. And this is why I've made a video about listening to your body and doing what works for you, meeting yourself where you're at in your journey. For me, I am still low bouncing, which just means bouncing into the trampoline instead of bigger jumps off of the trampoline. It's about gentle pacing and movements for your skill level. And with this comes a comment from Velda E12, who says, what physical changes have you noticed? How fast did you feel progress? And how many minutes could you do day one versus now, which is 1 month later? Well, first, I've noticed that my endurance has improved. When I first started, 4 minutes was an all-out effort, and I was really struggling just to get in the 5 minutes. I was pushing hard and I was feeling it because honestly, it was harder in the beginning than I was expecting it to be. It just looks like so much fun and so easy. And I was shocked by how it felt for my body. But now, over a course of a month, I've doubled that time, and not only my time, but my endurance. And I can do 8 minutes straight. And I'm super close to breaking into 10 minutes, but I'm stopping about the 8 minute mark on most days, taking a short break, recovering my breath, and then recording a second YouTube video, but done in the vertical format for YouTube Shorts. And that's usually about a minute or two total that I record, and then I edit it from there. So all in all, on a daily basis, I'm getting about 10 minutes in. It's just I'm not putting that on my videos yet. And my recovery is also stronger too. After bouncing, I do sit down, I stretch, and I breathe for about a minute, and then I'm good to go again. Now, a note about the time, like the length of time that you're working out, because I have had various people asking how long they should be working out and what's it look like getting started. And first of all, friend, don't compare yourself to me. We're each individuals on our own journey. And for me, like I said, I haven't even made it to 10 minutes yet, not completely. If you remember from the videos in week 1, I thought going to 10 minutes was going to be no problem. And I set that as my goal. But then I realized how challenging the rebounder really can be. And that took me by surprise. And I had to adjust just to keep up with the 5 minutes. There was a lot of aching in my calves and I was pretty winded after each workout. This is why you have to move at your own pace. Always, friend, listen to your own body. I would say all in all, this month has been so enjoyable. I've landed in a place where getting on the rebounder in the morning doesn't feel like a chore. I'm excited that I can work out in my own home and it's made it much simpler, but I'm also looking forward to the actual experience of it because it's become a part of my rhythm now. Another thing I've been doing is experimenting with the timing as far as testing when my body feels better to bounce. And for me, I have noticed it's in the morning versus the afternoon or later in the day. And now I've been testing, is it before I take my dog on a walk or after I take my dog on a walk? Lately, it's been feeling after, which is interesting because in the beginning of this journey, I guarantee you it was, I was having to do the rebounder first and then take my dog if I felt like I could keep up. So just this morning, I walked a mile with my dog, came home, had about a 10-ish minute break where I was hydrating with water and eating a healthy snack that I made. And I got on my rebounder workout. And as a side note, and like a preview of what is coming on the channel, I have been learning more about properly fueling my body and preparing my body for a workout. So that's why I did pause between activities, hydrate and have a quick snack. And that gave my body more carbs, which it needed to have more energy so that it didn't drain me. And then I didn't like crash afterwards. I have had a tendency where I'll do too much of something and then my body will need to take a nap. And I'm trying to get out of that. So I'm not like giving up parts of my day by having to crash and take a nap. And so I will definitely talk about more of that in the future videos. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And you know what else is supporting me? You. It's not just physically changing my energy, it's emotionally changing my energy. BK France 2 said, no suggestions, but I've moved my rebounder back into my bedroom and out of my garage because of you. Reading that, friend, has lit me up. You're not the only one. I've also heard from others who said they pulled their rebounders out of storage, they got them out of the garage, dusted them off, and started bouncing again because of what they've seen me sharing here on YouTube. And that means the world to me, truly. It is one thing to post videos and hope they'll make a difference or anybody will even watch them, but to actually hear that you're moving, you're making changes, and you're giving it another try, that is everything. And it motivates me to keep going. It encourages me to show up, not just for myself, but because of you. And that honestly has been one of the biggest mindset shifts I've had this month. I've started to believe that things are changing. I've started to allow the change to happen. Showing up on camera, sharing these updates, recording my workouts, it puts me in a more positive frame of mind. And I want to be able to bring that good energy to the video for your benefit as well as mine. I feel lighter, and not just in inches, but in spirit. I feel more excited to move and I feel more connected to what I'm doing. I do believe that my body has the ability to change. And because I know you're watching and because I'm here to give updates, I feel that happening. I feel like me and my body, we've got to cooperate. We got to find a way to make this work because people are watching. And now here's another comment. This one is from NarrowView77, who said, please tell us if you've had any setbacks. I have some foot, knee, and neck issues that I'm worried can be made worse by rebounding. For me, even walking makes it worse. So I'm wondering, thanks. And friend, I felt that deeply, like because I resonate with having issues. For me, the biggest challenge I have felt has been in my calves, and adjusting to this new form of movement has been a challenge for my calves. They were very grumpy in the beginning. And that's one of the areas that took me the most time to try and figure out. And I did make a separate video just about what I've done to adjust for my calves, which is the low bounce. And I also have another one coming up soon where I'm going to share more about how I'm supporting my calves with different therapy and recovery tools just for smart training. Because if you remember, just a few days into my journey, I was feeling the aches in my legs, especially in my calves, and into the balls of my feet. Now, both of these were pre-existing conditions, the achiness in my feet and the achiness in my calves. It was just elevated because of what activities I was adding on the rebounder. And I knew that I had to adjust something because I didn't want to stop, especially because I had just launched this channel. And I'm telling you, friend, that is another example of how this community has kept me going, is knowing that I wasn't willing to give up because I had committed to sharing my journey and I wanted to keep doing that. So that first week, I started tweaking things. I changed movements. I tried different times a day. I watched different videos and learned new options for how to bounce. And by the end of the week, I had the realization that I didn't have to bounce off of the rebounder the way I saw in most videos, but I could bounce into the trampoline. And that's what I'm calling the low bounce. That shift alone changed a lot for me and has been very helpful. Do challenge yourself. And yes, aim to grow, but always meet yourself where you're at. That's the truest lesson we've gotten out of this month. And because you are a work in progress, your body needs you to be strong and to be healthy and to give it what it needs so that you can grow together and have an amazing life. And that's what this month has been about. Showing up, leaning in, adjusting, and staying committed. Because, friend, the results aren't just in the measurements. And so many of you have been so kind to jump in the comments and say, stop paying attention to the scale. It's not just about the scale. It's about so many other factors. And I agree. And so that's why I'm tracking so much more now instead of just my weight. Thank you for commenting and engaging with me. Thank you for the encouragement and the support and for just bouncing along with me in this journey. This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to see where month 2 takes us.